Young Impala and hippopotamus. Many years ago, a group of hippos lived in the river Zamberi. Their neighbours were a herd of impala, which came to graze nearby. Among them was a bright-eyed young impala. He was always very curious about everything he saw, because it was all so new to him. He was particularly interested in the hippos in the river nearby. He stood on the bank to drink water and stare at the hippos. Their great size scared young Impala at first. But soon he saw that they were harmless and never chased him. So he became bolder and stood for long hours gazing at the huge animals. He thought, "They are so different from me and look so strange with their thick bodies and short legs. I wonder if they can leap and prance and run swiftly like me. It would be nice to have new friends who can join me in my games." Wagging his short tail quickly from side to side, young Impala walked nearer to the sandbank where a baby hippo and his mother lay. "Good morning, friends," he said politely. The hippos blew loudly through their long nostrils and raised their heads. "Why are you not like me? Why are you so fat and slow to move?" he asked the hippos curiously. "Look at me. I can prance and leap and run so swiftly." Young Impala then threw his brown body into the air. He sprang about in graceful, high leaps and felt quite proud of himself. Mother Hippo sighed deeply and said with a wise twinkle in her eye, "Little Impala, you are indeed graceful. We hippos can dive, swim and live in the river or on land and do many interesting things, though it may be different from your ways. Every creature is special in its own way. Someday you will understand this." She then got up and slowly walked into the river, followed by her baby. Together they sank into its cool waters and floated away peacefully. Many days passed and young Impala was still not sure of the meaning of Mother Hippo's words. He went each day to watch the hippos, but everything was always the same and he still did not see them do anything unusual or especially wonderful. They just ate and dozed, blew, yawned and floated as usual. One day, when young Impala returned to the riverbank, he could not see the other impalas anywhere. While he was dancing around, his herd had moved further down the river. Smelling the first rain on the wind, the herd had moved towards it. Young Impala became very nervous and alarmed. He ran about and searched frantically, until at last he saw the others on the other side of the water. Young Impala became more and more frightened. He could not think clearly at all. He did not realize that he could run down the riverbank and cross the river where it was shallow. With frightened grunts and bleats he tried to run into the deep water, to swim across it somehow. The herd was almost out of sight. He knew that an impala that was alone could be hunted down and eaten by the hungry lions, leopards and hyenas that roamed about. He had been taught that impala strength lay only in staying with the herd and running fast when attacked. But how was he to get back to his group now? Mother Hippo was watching young Impala. She floated up to him and said in her deep voice, "Do you want to cross the river and catch up with your herd, my friend? We can help you to do that safely. Do not worry about the crocodiles. They cannot harm you while we are here." Too scared to talk, young Impala nodded his head many times. Mother Hippo told her tribe to arrange themselves side by side across the breadth of the river. Soon, they were all floating quietly together with their broad backs forming a living bridge. Young Impala crossed the river, jumping lightly along the backs of the river giants. The crocodiles, afraid of the hippos, could only grind their many sharp teeth in anger as the impala leaped to safety across the hippo bridge. Safe and dry on the other side, young Impala stopped to thank the hippos. He told Mother Hippo, now understand the truth of what you said to me the other day. Hippos may be very different from impala, but you too can do wonderful things, like living in the river and making even the dangerous crocodiles respect you. From today, I know that I must judge each creature by his or her own special qualities, and not only by what I see at first. He then ran away to join his own herd and to discover the new rainy season with its fresh smell, sounds and tastes.